It's hard to believe they'll sell things like this to people like me. Big plans for today. We gotta get fan shrouds in. We gotta get the fan in, get the hood on, gotta put a basic tune in it. We gotta go for a test drive. That's all we wanna have to do today. It should be a nice, quick, easy day. Maybe I shouldn't have said that last part. Okay, gotta get the air intake back off so we can get the fan shrouds in. Good gravy, this is stuck on there. How? It's only been on there for like 12 hours! How could I be so stuck? That's not how it's supposed to come apart. We're gonna put some soap on that or something. We're off to our regular start of nothing cooperating. That's good. At least we're consistent. Lower fan shroud coming in hot. Oops. Is that in? I think it's in. Whoops. Maybe it's not in. Alright. Now, fan. It's in pretty sad shape, but I think it still works. I just need you to start and then I'll wrench on you. Just a little bit of threads. I wonder if I own a big enough wrench for this. Sure I do. I took it off. 1 7/16 seems to fit. Like, it's obviously not the right size because it should be metric, but it's making it go around and it's not stripping it, so good enough. That's just excellent. Now, upper shroud. Here's where I may have made a mistake in putting the radiator hose on, but I wanted to have some amount of coolant in it before I started it. Something is going suspiciously wrong because this is too easy. Yeah, let's put some fasteners in this. Where did I put the rest of the bolts? Not quite as good of a fit as I was hoping. Oh, easy, don't lose it now. We'll say that's the right bolt. Can we get the push pin in? Not really. Yep, that's one. One on this side. 3 out of 4 ain't bad. That's about what we got for push pins, you know? It's just, I don't have them all. I don't know if I lost them or they weren't there, but the end result is the same. I don't have them. I had a clip for a Nissan that was almost right, so sure. Enough. Where did I put the thing that I need? Sure. Hope that wasn't into the radiator. Oh well, it'll be fine. We want this part to stay on this half, right? So we'll get this on there. Everything's a little worse when it's cold, you know? Nothing quite wants to work the same. How about some lubrication? Oops. Okay. So, we got us some silicone brake lube. That's the hot ticket for stuff like this. It's a little thick, but, you know, it won't wreck the rubber, and it'll keep it from falling off, hopefully. We want to keep it falling, no. What am I trying to say? We want this thing to be able to come on and off, and this brake lube will do the job. Okay, come on now. In you go. The brake clean might have just become one with the truck. Walked around looking for this ratchet for about 3 minutes. It was in my pocket. See how we're doing for coolant now that we got that back together. But we're stuck topping it up with straight coolant because the water that we had out here is now frozen. Yeah. I'd like to put this thing on. I recall there being a special bolt for that. Since I didn't find the right thing, I guess I'll just make one out of this bolt and nut. I need my drill going the opposite direction. But I think it's gonna fit good enough. I don't know what I'm doing here, so you're not gonna see a lot of it, but I will tell you that I'm gonna follow the guidelines of a couple fellers on YouTube, one by the name of Matt Sanford, and also Mr. Goat Rope Garage. They know what they're doing, so like if you want tuning advice, I'd go that direction. There's lots of others too. I'm just gonna follow along to his YouTube and do the basics, and hopefully we'll learn how to do the rest. But meanwhile, this is our cool new purchase. It's not cheap, but you know, gotta keep up with the times in the modern world and learn how to do this stuff. We're gonna try and back up far enough to open the door because I got a feeling I'm gonna be in and out a few times. It's kind of a squeeze for a guy like me. Hopefully the old factory tune will run well enough for that. Almost. We had movement there. Step number one is making sure that the truck battery and the laptop battery stay charged. This is the thing. It's just a dongle that plugs into your OBD2, and you plug the other end into a laptop. Then some magic happens, and you do stuff. Oh boy, I got a lot of wires around here. Let's see, go back further. I don't know what I'm doing. Now we open up the Vicom editor. Okay. Feels so techy. A laptop and stuff. Pretty cool. How do I do this? File. Read vehicle. That's what I want to do. Well, we clicked the buttons and it's maybe doing the stuff. So that's frightening. Reduced engine power. That's the opposite of what we're trying to achieve. We have just completed our first HP Tuner's tune. Let's see if it'll start. It starts still. Look at all the neat stuff it says. We let it idle till it was up to temperature. We've checked the fluids. It seems to be running pretty okay. It's a little fat, but it's good enough for my purposes, which is I want to go for a test drive. So, we're strapping the hood down and we're going. Alright, we got a little piece of foam. That'll be good. Why is there no handle? Need that handle for a guy like me to do this thing. Okay, don't fall now. Don't fall. That's sturdy enough. Where'd my strap go? Don't hit the light bulb now. No, just hit the roof instead. Come on, you can do it. No, come on, try again. Hurrah! Yeah. That's more like it. Okay. Ooh. There's so much junk in here. We're going through the window on that side. But I'm not going to carry any passengers, so that's okay. Is this going to close? We're going through the window on both sides. Is this sort of stable? I think that'll be okay for our purposes. It's going to be a little annoying not being able to close the windows all the way, but it'll be fine. we drove over to my mom's to have a ginger ale, and everything seems just pretty normal. It just sort of drives around. It's got good oil pressure. It's not overheating. Check engine light has returned as expected, but it's not flashing, so everything's fine. We're gonna head over to Brother Steve's place, and he's gonna help me put the hood on because it rattles, and that makes for lousy video. But yeah, like, everything's good. So we put about 50 kilometers on the truck. It started making a noise, but then the noise went away, so that's good. I guess I know why the noise went away. I bet I have an idea what the noise was too. Was it? Yeah, good boy. Well, we've put just about 100 miles on this thing, and it's running like a top. It's hardly using any oil. It's drinking a lot of fuel, but there's no big leaks, aside from the minor difficulty of the old air conditioning belt. It's great, which means there's only two things left to do. The first one, well, here's the explanation. We live in Canada and it's cold, and we can't go to a racetrack to see if it's faster than it was before. But before I took this engine out, we did do a 0 to 60. And I lost that footage somewhere. But I wrote it down, and it was back to back to back 11.8, which is pretty slow. But it's a 3/4 ton, so, you know, like, that's the way it is. Let's go take it out and see what it does now that it's got a hot camshaft and a rebuilt engine that isn't really broke in yet, but, you know, it's rebuilt. That, folks, is 1.3 seconds faster than it used to be. And that's without a real tune in it. The second thing we gotta do, well, it involves more work. We'll get there, though. That worked, didn't it?